right. Okay, I'm a bit late. Like a few minutes late. Share to group. Can't find it. Sugar. Okay. Hey, Bronwyn, Hannah Grace, Dennis Gunn. Dennis, mate, how's things up in the snow? Bronwyn, are you cooking with me today? Did you get all the ingredients? Laura, which means Grace is there. Am I right? I hope so. I hope so. Right, so today, hello darling, hi, Cinderella. We will be reunited at some point, next year, unfortunately. Yeah, oh, something's up with my light, it's super bright. Sorry guys. Killian, hey, the Germans are coming. Even though that was that was a Jamaican accent, really. Hey, Daniel. Mackie, hi. Ellen, hello. I'm assuming you're not baking with me today because you don't have an oven, maybe? I don't know. Matt, hi. Good to see you. Well, to see your name. I read your tripe message today, and I thought, yeah, the same with me and liver. I love liver. I'm still on the keto diet, so I'm making keto pancakes. Excellent. Well, make sure you share the picture of your finished product in the chat, please, B. Oh, nice Jamaican accent. I'm so sorry. But there's no Jamaicans watching, unless my friend Dane has tuned in, which I doubt he will. Oh, Francesca, all the way from Cambridge. Hello, Francesca. Francesca and I have spent many evenings together, shall we say. Evenings through to mornings, maybe, in Cambridge. What do we call it? Oh yeah, having a life and going out. Yes. Anyway, why am I doing this again this week? Well, after last week, I had lots of messages, which was super sweet, thank you. And people said, I'd love to do it again, and somebody even said they'd like to do it with me. So next week, hopefully, I'm going to go on Zoom, and I'll be having a proper live Great British self-isolation bake-off with a woman who, I won't give her name out just yet, she's still asleep apparently, who, well, she's much better than me, basically, at baking. It's her job. Well, it was her job, and she had her own YouTube channel, and she was like, hey, we should do something together, because she's American. That's how she talks. Hi, Frederique. And I said, sure, why not? And I couldn't sort it out for this week, so I just woke up this morning and thought, oh, sod it, I'm going to do one. I'll do a recipe. So I searched for a recipe, and I found something that made me salivate when I read it. So I thought, I'm onto a winner here. Sicilian whole orange cake. Hi, June. You lovely thing, you. June is a fantastic improviser. Basically, he's I'd say actor improviser, and he's absolutely adorable and super supportive of me, and very encouraging. So I love him. Laura, what's your boyfriend's name? Is that from Grace, Laura? Is this a soap opera now, where it happens every single week? Where Grace, by the way, is my 11-year-old niece who lives in England, in the UK, and last week she was very insistent on knowing the bigger picture. The bigger picture is, who's your boyfriend? What's his name? I want to know all the details. And then she went off to feed the cat and never came back. Story of my life, really. So I think I'll tease you a little bit more, Grace. I'll tease you. Hello, Mike, the guy that I met, have never ever met. Yes, never met. But there we are. I hope you're well. And Lucy, hello. I haven't spoken to Lucy for years. We used to go to secondary school together, and a lot of fun was had behind the bike sheds, in the toilets, in the bus shelter, in many places, shall we say. Not all of it legal either. But hey, that's what growing up is all about, really, isn't it? Hey, Lucy. Right, so today, Sicilian whole orange cake. Hi, Catherine. I put the recipe in the Facebook event. So if you wanted to cook along, you could. Yeah, sorry, I should have done it earlier so you could have got the ingredients, but I managed to get all the ingredients, so I don't know what your excuse is. Somebody has given me a recipe for next week, which is a Mexican cake. That came from Jack Freeman, so Benvolio. He arrived last week on the chat, and he messaged me today and asked me to do a Mexican cake. So next week is Mexican cake. Right, so ingredients. Hi, Dave. I used to work with Dave. I'm going for the coconut flour again because I think it's particularly It's particularly delicious. Hi, Ruben. Ruben works for Cirque du Soleil. So when you go and watch Cirque du Soleil, when it doesn't fall on your head, when the whole tent doesn't fall on your head, that is because of Ruben. So he's the safety guy that keeps the tent all together. Super, and big traveller. So going for the coconut flour, because I thought orange coconut, I don't have to follow the rules exactly, do I? I do not. So I've done a bit more preparation than I did last week because Bronwyn gave me some feedback and said, you should really prepare. You should really prepare more. And my assistant chef, who is not here again, and also my health and safety officer, who is not here, also said the same thing. You should perhaps think about preparing a little bit more before you start cooking. So I've basically I've just measured it out already. Hi, Claire. Hi, Judy. Blasts from the past in the UK. The Cambridge Massive. Nice. I have packets here, but we don't need those. So, a rundown, did I? I'm sure it was you, B. I'm sure it was you, Bronwyn. Maybe it wasn't. It was someone else who I associate with baking, and I thought you were my baker friend. Or maybe not. I don't know. But pretend you did. Pretend you did, Bronwyn. Own it. It was you. So because of you, things are going to be more organised. And as you said to me last week, less chat, more chop chop. Okay, so 3 eggs. 1 1/8 of a cup of sugar. I did what I thought was that. I don't know. Haven't got any scales. My housemate owns the scales, and we're not talking at the moment. 1 cup and 3/4 of all-purpose flour. So I've gone for the coconut flour. 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder. 1/3 of a cup of butter, softened. 1/3 of a cup of plain Greek yogurt. Yogurt, oh my God, American. 1 large organic orange, washed and cut into pieces. Did I wash it? Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. And for the glaze, this one goes with the glaze. Oh, who's that? That is Shaw, I think. Hi, Shaw. Hi, Shaw. I think. Can't read your kanji. Sorry, darling. For you, Grace. This is a message for you, Grace. Stephen. There you go. The glaze, which will go on top of the cake. Juice of 1 organic orange. And 1/3 of a cup of sugar. That's for the glaze. So never before have I attempted a glaze. Hello, Elaine. Sending you love. Sending you lots of love, darling. And hi, Carol. Super. So, before I start mixing, if you remember last week, we had the magic envelope. And inside the magic envelope, we had the very cute instructions on how to use the oven. Whoops. It's the Japanese oven. It's a microwave that turns into an oven. So yeah. Oh, now preheat to 350 Fahrenheit. As we know from last week, that's 176.6 degrees Celsius. But I have to do it at 180 because it is a microwave convection oven. Right. So, oven up, down. I need to take these out. My bar. And last week I didn't take this out, and I should have done, and I forgot. See? Kitchen assistant. Where is my chef's assistant? He is not here. There we go. So that's heating up. I did say to him, why don't you come and be my kitchen assistant? And he said, because I'm too shy. And I said, well, let's just show your hands. And he said, no. Shame, really, because now I have to do everything on my own. Bye, Ruben. Take care. Be safe, yeah? Right, so that's doing that. Now, over to the recipe. I feel this week, actually, has been quite a bad week for everyone. We've got to that crescendo point of, stress is running high, and you've got the uncertainty of what's going to happen is running high. They call it anticipatory grief, where you're anticipating grief to come, but we don't know what type of grief is coming. If you want more information on that, you've got the 6 stages of grief. There was 5, but the doctor, I can't remember his name, has just added a 6th, which is about learnings of the experience. And I think we all need a little bit of love this week, really, and just to remember to take care of each other and take care of ourselves as well, because we don't know how long this is going to last. Anyway. No more of that, yeah? No more of that. Super. I need to start mixing, don't I? Right. Place the sugar and eggs in a large bowl. Louisa! I'm really sorry. This recipe is not for you this week. It's coconut flour, so it might be. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, shit. My computer's just shut down. Bollocks. Sorry, Grace. I pressed the wrong button. Jesus Christ. Where is my assistant? Lily Marie. Hello, Lily Marie. 1-5. There we go. Keisuke. Hello, Keisuke. I knew him from Nagoya. Now, I have a whole orange here, which belongs in my blender. This is the orange for the cake, like so. Right, hold your ears. Right, that didn't work. In my head, I was optimistic. However, in practice, it didn't work. So, whoops-a-daisy. So, this is where we improvise and do stuff, like cut it up smaller. Oh, gosh. By the way, people, I can't actually cook. But I'm learning to cook better in these trying times. I've learnt to... Thank you for laughing at me. Thanks for your support. Or maybe I should have boiled these for a bit first. I don't know. I learnt how to blanch a tomato this week. That was quite good. Learning all sorts of kitchen stuff. Oh, and I have washed my hands, Auntie Louisa. Oh, Rachel's here. Rachel Everett. Haven't seen Rachel since I was in Ely on the corner by Thomas Cook. Thomas Cook Travel Agents, actually. Which was, yeah, a long time ago. Hello, Gabrielle. Candice. Hello, Candice. Soon to be a storyteller on Perfect Liars Club when we kickstart. For those of you that don't know, hi George. I hope Iceland was good and you didn't bring anything back. Oh shit, the oven. Right, the oven's ready already. It heats up very fast. Oh gosh. So I run a happy dance. Happy dance? I know. I get it. For once. Candice has wanted to do a story on Perfect Liars Club for a year, maybe. Perfect Liars Club is a comedy storytelling interrogation show that I run here in Tokyo. There's also one in Washington, DC and London. Washington, DC have just had their first online show, actually. No, I will not take the orange peels off because it's going in a cake. It's the orange cake. And Candice has finally found a story that works for the show. Perfect Liars is due to have its show for April on the 17th of April, but it won't happen, I'm afraid. Not live in Good Heavens Bar anyway. So I'm going online. I'm going to do an online Perfect Liars show. So yeah, basically it's my first online show I've done, but I'm sure it's going to go very well. Nothing's going to go wrong, is it? Not at all. But I hope you watch, basically. Perfect Liars Club, if you go on the Facebook group Perfect Liars Club, then I'll put all the details on there. So I will. And what else do I need to say about that? Keep your eye on the Perfect Liars page, actually, because I will be posting some video stories. Never, of course not, it will not, never. I'll be posting some video stories where you get to vote if you think it's true or false, because I need to tell stories, and I would be very happy for any other storytellers to get in contact with me, and I can use, what's that? I can use the stories on there as well. Just something to do, isn't it, ladies? And men, sorry. There are some male storytellers in my life. Claudio! Ciao! Wow! I have not seen Claudio for approximately 10 years. We met in Cambridge. He is Italian. I'm making a Sicilian orange cake, Claudio. You're not from Sicily, are you? You're South Italy. Are you Bari or Brindisi? I don't know. Type it. Tell me. I can't remember. Now I've said that, you're probably going to say, no, Milano. I hope everyone's okay over in Italy. Well, I know they're not, but I hope you're okay and your family are safe and well, Claudio. Right. Sorry, Bronwyn, I messed up on the preparation. I hope your pancakes are going well. There's one other person on this group who is also baking. She's making keto pancakes. So, there we are. Fun. Cooking with your friends. Right, now watch me mess this up. Again. Can I just say, fuck me, this is dangerous. I don't have a blender, but I do have a smoothie maker. So I'm just, it's what we call improvising, and I'm improvising how to cook, how to pulp my orange. So there's probably going to be large bits of orange in the cake now. Okay. It will work. It will work. All right. Of course, if anyone has any suggestions how I can get my get myself out of this mess, by all means, let me know. I've got some lint on my sweater. Where, Andrew? That would be my head, would it not? Thank you, Hannah. There's now orange all up the wall. Oh dear. Any suggestions, my baking people? Because that's what it looks like at the moment. And it should be more pulpy. Terrifies you. It's a horror show. It's a total mess. Lovely. Oh, it's not that bad. Kind of. I mean, personally, I would have grated the zest and then put it all in there, but I don't know why I don't know. Italian, eh? Italiano. Ah! I've got an idea. A little bit. I'll put a tiny bit of milk in. Or with that curdle. Water. Water's better. Oh. Ah! Thank you, Hannah. Two great minds. And then I can just increase the flour, maybe. Touch more. I feel like this orange wasn't juicy enough. It needs to be pulpy, Hannah. So Hannah was Hannah was my daughter. I played Marmee in Little Women, and she was my Jo. And that was the first time I worked with Hannah. And I've known you now, Hannah, for, what was that, that was 2014, wasn't it? 2015 or 16, I don't know. But anyway, she was my daughter. Which one? 14, 15 or 16? One of them. Yes. Yeah. And now she's my stepdaughter in Cinderella. But unfortunately, Tokyo International Players has had to postpone the production of Cinderella for May because, well, you all know why. Because, anyway, going in. Bit more water. Bit more water. Okay. Yes. The wateriest cake ever, really. Jesus, Christiane. Is it wrong of me to let you know, don't tell any of my housemates, that the wooden spatula I'm using it's lost some of the top. And it's in the orange palm. Oh no! Anyway, I'm still gonna cook it, but don't. Right, none of you are gonna be eating it anyway. I know. But I'll offer it to my housemates. But it has wood in it, but only a little bit of wood. Only a little bit of wood. Oh my gosh! There's a chunk there, and there's a whole chunk there. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, funny. Oh, bloody hell. All right, okay. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I'll leave them as they are because you don't want to mix the wood. You don't want to mix the wood in with the pulp too often. If you mix the wood with the pulp too much, then the cake doesn't rise, apparently. So I'm not going to continue mixing the wood into the orange. Yeah, that would be daft. Okay, so let's get back to the recipe. All right. Where's my history? History? Where are you now? Come back, come back, come back. Because what I did was I put my phone on the turn off button on the computer. So I turned my computer off, and I kind of see the recipe to be making the cake. Lou says, tell him it's cinnamon. Nice, nice. I can tell we're related. Yes, clever. Okay, so we have. I'm using the same tins that I used last week because nobody knows that I used them. It's cinnamon. Yeah, maybe I should put a little bit of cinnamon in there as well. Just I could do that, couldn't I? And then I'm not lying technically, am I? And wood doesn't kill you if you digest it. So no harm done. Right, place the sugar and the eggs in a large bowl. This is sugar. There you go. And these are eggs. Just in case you didn't know what they look like. And I have the same whisk from last week, and I'm just going to remember to hold it really hard. There we go. Place the egg and beat with a mixer until light and fluffy. I haven't got a mixer because I live in Japan and nobody cooks cakes here, really. So it's all arm strength. However, oh no, oh dear. There was a little egg shell in the thingy. Right, this morning I woke up and had a lovely sleep actually, 84 on my sleep count, and I did my yoga, and then, oh, it's happened again. What is, oh God. I did handstand training online. So my arm is a little bit sore because I was spending a lot of time on my hands, and yeah, it was very difficult really. But I did it. I ended up doing a headstand. And what the teacher taught me about handstands and headstands, oops, oh dear, is that these are where your balance comes from. Hi Caitlin. I love Caitlin's voice. I'm in love with Caitlin's voice, especially in Sweeney Todd. This is where you balance, and then you have to put the pressure on your fingers. So it's your fingers and this. It's not your palms. It's this. Now, you try it. It's really painful if you haven't done it before. I do have a 100 yen backup whisk. Right, there we go. It says light and fluffy. I don't remember this being the way when I was younger. Anyway. Now, I need to sift the flour in with the baking powder. Sift the flour with the baking powder and then add to the mixture in the bowl a little at a time. Now, baking powder, can anyone, what are you making? Sicilian Orange Cake, love. It's Italian. Swatty! Hello, darling. 2.5 teaspoons. That's a half. That's a 1. Seems a lot, doesn't it, really? Never mind. Better rise. Something's got to distract everyone from the from the fact that there's wood in my cake. Morgan! Ah, another Sweeney Todder. Hello, darling. Morgan opened the second act of Sweeney Todd. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? And then I can't remember the rest because it was so fast. Right, so I put the baking powder in with the coconut flour, because that's what it said. So although I say I don't follow rules, I do sometimes, because sometimes you've got to follow rules. Like, stay indoors, people. Make your own rules up. Don't go out. There's people still out there doing hanami. I popped to the shop today just to grab some more eggs, and there's people still out there. And my housemate came back from Nakameguro because he had to go to the doctors, not for the virus or anything. And there's people down Nakameguro River strolling along, hands in hand, without masks and coughing everywhere, he said. We're in the garden, the birds are singing along with you. Aww. Exactly. Stay home. Isn't that right, B? Hello, Stephen, by the way. I saw you come in. I hope your job went well today. Okay. Right. So you have to sift. Stephen, who's just joined, will possibly try some of this cake. So nobody tell him what's just happened. Otherwise he won't try it. It's cinnamon, Stephen, it's cinnamon. That's what it is. Promise you, it's cinnamon. Marie, hello. Now, if I remember correctly, I need, when we were in school, you had to bang the sieve like this and then whisk. This is going to take ages. I hope no one's got to go out anywhere. But it's looking good actually, people. And it smells, it's smelling really good. So I think we're on to a winner. I think I'm going to enjoy this one more than the last, including the cinnamon. Including that cinnamon. Chewy. Is it chewy cinnamon? No, it's not chewy. Hey Hide. Glad you went live. I have to get back to book prep. Ah, okay. Thank you for coming, Caitlin. Caitlin is an audiobook artist. And I can't remember any of the names of the books that she's narrated. But I also work with her in NHK. We do a radio skit program together, and she has lots of voices, and sometimes I have to put my fingers in the ears because she goes really high pitched, and it just like it pierces my eardrums. Myself, on the other hand, as a lifetime smoker, I'm the deep mother sort, so that's my contribution to the to the cast and the scripts. Karen, what are you making? Read the event, Karen. Karen is my cousin, so it's okay, I can talk to her like that, everyone, don't get upset. She knows it comes from love. Karen, I'm making Sicilian Orange Cake. Karen is a care worker in the UK, so she is really, she's front line. She has to go out and tend to the old people that need looking after, because they need it. Their care doesn't stop. And her daughter, who is I guess also my cousin. Oh dear. Right, so none of that went in the bowl. Oops, a daisy. Anyway, yeah, so her daughter is, thank you Bronwyn, my new kitchen assistant, thank you B. Her daughter is a paramedic, so she's out there working with the NHS. Oh gosh, it's getting hard now. On the front line, so lots of love to Georgia. There we go. This doesn't quite look right, you know. I think they lied. Maybe I've missed an ingredient. Hey Tom. Tom's my cousin. He's a teacher. Nicholas, hello. Oh, I wish we could. I wish this was interactive, and then you could sing me a song while we work. Although I don't know what it would be like without your band. Nicholas plays. Is it Red Bed Rock? Red Bed Rock is your band. Yeah, I saw them play it. They normally play at What the Dickens in Ebbis, and I had a great time last time I went. So thank you for entertaining me. Oh, thank you, B. Running out of battery. See you soon. Yes, enjoy your garden, Louisa. And if you want the recipe, I think it's okay for you. Oh God, this is hard. Sift the flour, bake it, add the mixture to the bowl, little at a time, along with the butter. Oh, I forgot the butter. I forgot this. So we'll put that in now. Oh dear. I thought I was so prepared. I really did think I was prepared this week. And I put everything out and stuff. Yeah. Oh dear. It's not very successful, is it? Never mind. Worst comes to the worst, there's always the cinnamon to fall back on. I changed the name to the cinnamon cake. Oh, funny, funny. There we go. So if anyone wants to hear a story or has a question, then by all means, oh God, this is so hard. I need a continue mixing to good and then stir in the yogurt. Oh, I've still got that to go yet. Good heavens. There's a softened butter. In we go. Great. It's looking good. Looking good. So tell me, what have you guys been doing to help with your week? Because I do think this has been one of the worst weeks since this has all started, particularly in Tokyo. Lots of high tension, and that's in the British sense, not in the Japanese sense. For non-Japanese people, high tension means excited, which was highly confusing. I remember when I first came here, I taught at a university, and one of the reports the students submitted on me was Christiane is very high tension, and I got really upset, and I was like, does he think I'm stressed? Why? Tell me what? And it just turns out that I was excitable, because I am quite often. Not that anybody cared at that university. That's Kanagawa University. When I first came to Tokyo, when I was in Nagoya, it was Chukyo University and Sugiyama. They're both private universities. So I can't tell you any more. Secret. It's secret. Oh God, this is really hard. It feels. I said to my housemates, give me an hour, I'll be fine. I've prepared everything. I'm organised, but quite frankly, it's probably going to take me about an hour to mix this up. Oh my God. Next week, it will be even better. Next week, because next week I will have to prepare better, because the woman I'll be cooking with is really good. So I need to up my game and impress her. I hope she doesn't choose a complicated recipe, but I think I'm going to go with the Mexican cake recipe that Jack gave me, because why not? Oh yeah, this is getting better. Oh. Oh God, so hot. And it's cold outside today, and I've got no heating on. It's impossible to be sad. I'm very excitable as well. It's impossible to be sad working out to Richard Simmons. Who's that? Who's Richard Simmons? I don't know. Richard Simmons. Is that the bloke from Kiss? Is he the one? Or is that Gene Simmons? I don't know. Don't forget, I'm really young, so I wouldn't know these things. Oh, it smells really good, and it looks good. Oh, oh God, bloody! I'm not going to put that bit in. Is Grace still there, or has she disappeared? She's gone to feed the cat again. Oh. I tell you, this this is doing really well. He was an aerobics guru in the 80s, aerobic dude from the States. I'll send you a video. Yeah, put the link in the chat, Hannah, and then we can all enjoy it. Feel free to work out while you watch. Oh. Now I have stamina, and I could go for hours. I really could, but I'm going to draw the line because I think the butter is mixed in. Oh. Okay, right. Well, you get a workout. This will be my third workout today. It's a weird workout, dude. Right. When do I have to put the bloody orange in? Ah, you do that at the end. Okay, understand. Right. I got Greek Greek yogurt. And then I have to stir in the yogurt, which is 100 and a third of a cup. A third of a cup is 66 of the things here. Okay. Third of the cup is 66 of the things. Oh, look at that. It's good, isn't it? I mean, I'm measuring it out, but quite frankly, it could do with a little, you know, help. And then, of course, you don't know where the measurer is because yogurt, Greek yogurt, is not liquid, is it? So how am I meant to know? This was 400 grams. In theory, it's a quarter of this. But how do you know what a quarter is? Because you can't see inside. So, let me see. So it would be to there. Maybe a bit more. I like yogurt, and yogurt's good for the tummy. Thanks, Matt. All will be well. Ah, or you could just mix it right. Oh, that's way too much, actually. What did I say? I said 66, didn't I? Oh, that's way too much. Oh, Christiane. Yeah. Don't congratulate me too soon, Matt. Really don't. It's going to be delicious, particularly with the large lumps of orange in it and the cinnamon. Right, people? Oh, Jesus. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to make an executive decision and say yes. Oh, yeah, okay. I've never made a cake with yogurt before. Never made a cake with yogurt. I was going to say that you can never have too much Greek, but you're proving me wrong. Yeah, for this anyway. I mean, I don't want it to be a complete flop, do I, Matt? Not at all. But I would say, ladies and gentlemen, it's paying off because now it's beginning to look more like cake mixture instead of a blob. So I'm doing all right. And I think, unlike last week, I will be able to lick straight from the bowl, which is always a treat. What time is it? Now, hi Gaetano, my cousin, whenever we speak on chat, one of the first questions she asks me is, what time is it there? Because she doesn't know that you can use something called Time Buddy, or you can just plus 8 hours. Well, Karen, darling, It's 17. No, it's 7:22. There we go. 7:22, which means my time in the kitchen is nearly up. Oh God, my housemates are going to hate me. Well, one of them anyway. Right, looking good and much easier to stir. Hello Georgia, by the way. Georgia's on the production of Cinderella, the postponed production of Cinderella. Super fun to work with, and she reminds me of what it was like to be young. What am I watching? Oh my God, get with the programme, cat. You're watching me bake a cake, love. It's called the Great Self-Isolation Bake-Off, and I'm baking off with myself. So really it should be called the Self-Isolation Isolation, maybe. Mass isolation. I don't know, but I'm doing it alone. I've got no one to bake with. You can eat this straight from the thing. Right, now we need to add the orange and the cinnamon. Which now is stuck. Oh gosh. It will be fine. I did wonder, do you know what? I can, the bits of cinnamon are so large, I can probably pick the biggest bits out. Oh dear, dearie me. There we go. Oh yeah, you don't want to eat that. Like chewing a brick. Big brick. A wooden brick. Shh, don't say anything. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right, there the biggest bit's gone. Nice. There you go. Saved it. Aren't you glad you can't pop over for a slice of cake, Hannah? I'd be like, would you like some of this orange cake I've just made? And you'd be like, oh no thanks. I've got hay fever. If you've only just joined, you will not get that joke at all. And I'm glad, because I'm a little embarrassed, but not enough to stop making the cake. There we go. And you mix that in with the mixture. There we go. Oh, lovely. Nice. Whoa. Oh, it's a lovely colour now. There's some very large bits of orange rind in it. Oh, there's another bit of cinnamon. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. There we go. Cinnamon. Oh, and there's another bit. Jeez. Okay. Lovely. Right. This is wild. It's just, it's ridiculous, isn't it, Hannah? Absolutely ridiculous. There's another bit. That's all right. I'll soon be able to make a new spatula with that. Well, I could just glue it all to the original one, couldn't I? Yes. Oh my God, it smells amazing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is super. I am. There's another bit. Okay. Oh dear. Let's get rid of that. Oh. There we go. I feel like a lumberjack. Chopping trees all day. Get the splinters out. Right. That, my people, is smelling gorgeous. And it looks amazing. I am going to put a little bit of cinnamon in there because I think it will enhance the flavour. I believe. Anyway. Christiane, why have you put my name in capital letters, Karen? Are you shouting at me? Move the camera down. Well, I can't because it will fall over. Well, what do you mean move it down? I'm doing this. I don't want you to see everything that's going on down here. Okay, let's take a vote. Do I put cinnamon in the cake? No, I won't bloody listen. When have I ever listened to you, Karen? Shall I put cinnamon in the cake? Yes or no? Cinnamon in the cake, that recipe that does not ask for cinnamon. If I put cinnamon in it, it may not be Sicilian. It may be not Sicilian. So, hi Kemsley. No. So that's 1 vote for no. 2 votes for no. You're both family, so do I trust you? You're family. Should we trust family? Ah, Matt says yes. Matt is not family. Daniel says yes. That's 2 against 2. No, Nan would not be impressed. Stop baking. Georgia, you're family. Rah! Hannah says yes. That's 3 against 3. Oh my God, this is neck and neck. We need 1 more vote. We need 1 more vote. Come on, people. No, it'll take away from the orange. But it will also hide something, Stephen. Right. Okay. Stephen's information is the strongest because he's given me a reason. You guys just said yes or no willy-nilly. Without reasons. You just went on feeling. And normally I would go with just feeling. However, that seems like a sensible thing. It will take away from the orange. And I don't want anything to be taken away from this orange because it worked hard to become what it is in the blender roundy thing. And it's working hard. Orange and cinnamon is a classic combo. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now we're having fights. Because it will taste like shit anyway. Georgia. Everyone don't listen to Georgia. She is the paramedic. This is the woman that's saving lives out in England. Putty mouth. I don't know where she gets that from. Or who she grew up with. I have no idea. Anyway, right, that's by the by, but I need to get these puppies in. What do we do with these? Spray with oil and line in parchment paper. Oh, okay. Sorry, you probably can't lose either way. I love that you've all fought over this. What I could do is I could do half and half actually. Yes, this is the cinnamon and orange and this is just the orange, right? Everyone's happy. You're her godmother. I know I'm her godmother. I don't want everyone to know because then everyone will want to be my godchild. Because they were like, oh, Georgia, you're so lucky. Georgia's got a good point. She was never christened. So technically, I didn't swear in front of the Lord, did I? I just swore. Right. Anyway. Right. So this is Japanese parchment paper. Apparently, it works just as good as every other parchment paper. I'm your daughter and stepdaughter. Yeah, ha! I take your goddaughter, Georgia, and I raise you daughter and stepdaughter. That's Hannah coming in there. Nice. My family's fighting. My theatre family and my real family. I love it. You're all fabulous. Kate, mate. Kate works in one of the largest hospitals in England. called Addenbrooke's in Cambridge. So she is also on the front line as well. Thank you so much, Kate, for just going in every day and doing what you do. I can't begin to imagine what it's like. She can keep you. You're a cheeky Madam Georgia. I can't imagine what it's like for you having to go in every day. But thank you for helping protect the people of Cambridge. Tong! The Chinese Massive have arrived. Hello, darling. Thank you, Bronwyn. You're so wonderful. Thank you. Oh, I am super lucky. I know a lot of people working in the care and health industry, and well, I don't work in the care or health industry unless you're classed, I don't know, working in performances, mental health care. Oh, it's not really the same, is it, Christiane? See, delusions of grandeur. Tong, cheers. Is it just you, Tong, or is your husband with you too? I've never met your husband. Does he exist? I don't know. Oh, thanks, guys. You're all fabulous. Now I meant to spray this, but I'm trying to do it with butter, but it's not working. So I'm not doing it. There we go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I was going to tell you a story about Addenbrooke's. But I've only got sad stories about Addenbrooke's. So I'm not going to tell you a story about Addenbrooke's because everything involves death, because no one came out alive except for me. I came out alive. Tong, I like your necklace. Any story on it? Yes, there is a story on it. I would love to say it was some sort of romantic love story, Tong. And I guess it is a love story because my best friend at the time in England, Jackie, who is a lawyer, she gave it to me for my birthday, and I have another friend gave me the bracelet to match. I lost the bracelet. I was gutted, mortified, and felt that I could never have anything special ever again. But I've managed to hang on to this, not lose it, despite travelling and moving country several times. And I've managed to look after it, and I like simple stuff, so this is probably the simplest you can get. And it's a reminder that someone loves me somewhere, and I have 25 years history with Jackie, my friend. So it's to remind me that I have someone in England that I have good history with. She came to Tokyo actually 2 years ago, and I had her daughter came up on stage for Perfect Liars, and did a marvellous job, and it was the highlight of her trip to Japan. But I mean, she was disappointed she didn't see any samurai, but you know, they're just not around like they used to be. And the ninjas, well, we don't know where they are. I think there's too much mixture for this, to be honest. Must have been all the water we added, eh, Hannah? All that water. Right, So I've done one with the lemon in. No, it's not lemon, Christiane. It's orange. So I've done one with the orange in, and I'm gonna do the second one with a bit of cinnamon. That's it. Moving story of friendship. I will buy the same to my best friend Gao Shujian too. That's lovely. You're so kind. Oh. Oops. It doesn't matter how much you put in, really, does it? Be fine. It will be fine. Wow. Oh, I love this. Oh, it smells great. So we have one Sicilian orange cake and one cake that is cinnamon and orange cake. There we go. Great. There we go. Nice. Love it. Get that in there. Smells good. Blop. And you really can't see anything else in there. Right. For some reason I've got flour left over. Ah, the story of how I came to live in Japan. Right, that is really good. Very good story, because it starts off in Italy. Actually, no, it starts off back in England when I just retrained, because I lost my job and I just retrained to be a teacher, so I could travel the world and just forget about everything. And I saw a job in Japan. I was like, I'm not going to Japan. That's too far. I'm going to go to Saudi Arabia. I like the Middle East. I really want to experience more of the Middle East because I used to live in Egypt. Anyway, so long story short, I ended up in Italy. I didn't go to Saudi, obviously. Hello, Tomika. I didn't go to Saudi, so there I am in Italy, and it comes to the end of my contract with them, and I'm flying my kite on the beach. I lived about 100 meters away from the beach, and it was a bit of a windy, dull Sunday afternoon. It's not always bright and shining in South Italy, and my friend and I had started drinking quite early. We're eating pizza and just rubbish, really. And she said, what should we do next, Drew? What should we do next? How about Japan? I've heard they have 3-month contracts. We could go and join one of those programs. You get your flights paid for, you get your accommodation paid for, you're picked up from the airport, and then we can come back to Italy and do the next semester after. And I was like, all right. So after we'd finished drinking on a Sunday afternoon, I went back to the apartment and filled out an application form and sent it off. Thought nothing of it. I got an interview, I got the job, and they this company, horrible company actually, horrible, nasty company. I shan't say the name, but Westgate were arseholes, and they brought me over, and I thought, well, if it's 3 months, so if I like it, then it's 3 months, and I've enjoyed it. But if I don't like it, then it's only 3 months, and I'll be going back to Italy. Anyway, I really liked it. I was in Nagoya, and I felt I'll come again. But they the next contract was 4 months, and at the end of every contract there was always something that made me want to stay. Always something. One of them was a guy, complete arsehole, but one of them was the guy, so I came back for him. Another one was mountains. I discovered mountains. I come from Cambridge, which is flat, so I'd never really seen a mountain. We just have hills, and those hills, well, our mountains are 1,000 meters high. I thought that was a mountain, but no, Japan has like proper mountains. So I got into climbing, hiking, Americans call it. I've got orange on me, whoops-a-daisy. So that was it. That's how I came to live in Japan. Oh, they're ready to go in. Right, they're the finished pieces, like so. All right, they're going in. Just check, have I put everything in? Yep, there's no leftover ingredients, so everything's in there. Bum bum bum. What? That's a long time. You guys will not want to stay for the result because the bake time is 50 to 60 minutes depending on the oven. So what I can do is I'll just make the glaze, and then you can choose to go because it's like 50 minutes. That's a long time, isn't it? Oh, I need to put the timer on, don't I? Oh no! Help me! Help me! Panic not! Panic not! Okay. 10. Okay, they're in. No! Why no, Karen? Why no? My eyes would glaze over at 30 minutes. Exactly, yes. I thought this was a 20-minute baking recipe, but there you go. I messed up again. I thought I did such a good job. Anyway. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you over. Please don't tell me I've got to listen to you for another 50 minutes. Well, you haven't got to do anything, carrot. Oh yeah, why don't we share this? Karen is otherwise known as Carrot. And why is that, Carrot? She's going to hate me now. She's going to be like, oh, no. Oh, shit. Hi Takiko. I'm fine. I'm fine. Why is this moving? There we go. Shut up, Krusty. I knew you would. You old goat. Right. So what I'll do then is not burn the sugar. Ella! Now, that's my godmum that I mentioned last week. Adash, hello India. Wow. So, the sugar needs to caramelise in here, like so, and I've squeezed the juice of an orange already because I was planning, because of what happened last week. All right, this is looking good. Smells good as well. Nice. And the recipe just said stir it a lot. Stir it round and round until something happens. I think I've done this right. I've gone all shy now that my godmum's watching. My godmum is the sister of my nan. I talked last week about my nan baking cakes. So she would always bake the cakes. But my godmother is also a big baker. Not as in like she's a giant baker, but she bakes a lot. She does like Macmillan coffee mornings. Instead of just baking one cake, she'll bake like 4 different cakes plus cupcakes plus cookies, and then she donates all the money to the ambulance or to Macmillan. She is the nan of Georgia, the very lippy one, who came on earlier, who is also the daughter of Karen. So there we go. Now, I don't think I've done this right. Maybe patience was better. Hello, Trevor. I think I need more sugar. More sugar. Now, I could be fancy and add some vanilla. What do you think? Because it needs to caramelise. I don't know what that means. Ella, you're welcome to help me out at any point. How do you caramelise? Evans! Hello! This is really not for you, Evans. You'll be bored to death, darling. This is like an old lady's cooking programme. Yes to vanilla. I knew you'd say that, Bea. I knew you'd say that. Bea, do you know... Have you ever caramelised anything, Bea? How long do you have to stir it for? Need heat? Like hot heat or like low heat? Because it's on the heat. That's what I'm trying to say. But it's low heat. Shall I heat? Hot heat? Hot heat? While Bronwyn is deciding. So Trevor, who has joined, came to one of my storytelling workshops. Low heat is safer. Okay, turning it down, Captain B. Yeah, good idea. Trevor came to one of my storytelling workshops, and I'm hoping that he will be able to, that he will submit a story to Perfect Liars at some point. If not, then hopefully he will look at the post on the Perfect Liars page that I'm going to put out on Tuesday. I've got a new game, you see. On Tuesday, I'll put it out at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Tuesday. There's a new game on the Perfect Liars Facebook page. So hopefully Trevor will play that, and hopefully he will submit afterwards. And same goes for you, Bronwyn, as well. But we do have 45 minutes. We do. I know. It's bubbling a lot. Is Ellen still with us? Damn, I'm late. Sweetheart, the cakes have just gone in, Pablo. But it'll take about 50 minutes to cook. So at the moment, I'm just doing the glaze. I don't know. I'll let you into a secret. The recipe called for 2 oranges, and so I cut up 2 oranges, but I mixed them up, and then I looked at the recipe and I was like, I need 1 orange for the cake and 1 orange for the glaze. So there I was, trying to make a whole orange out of all the bits that I cut up, so that I had exactly 1 orange for the cake and 1 orange for the glaze, because I had to make it, I wanted it to be right. Yeah, so maybe I got one of the pieces mixed up, because do you know how hard it is to put together an orange after you've cut it up? Like 2 oranges, and then you've mixed the segments up together. Do you know how hard it is to put them together again into two back to their original oranges. No, that is your, by all means try it tomorrow when you have some time. But it's very difficult. Very difficult. And I might have messed that up as well, really. But it doesn't matter. Hey, this is getting thicker, Bee. I've never done a glaze before. Apparently with the glaze, you put the glaze on top of the cooling cake, and then the glaze kind of like soaks in a bit, and then it glazes over the top as it cools. So it makes for a better cake experience or something, with or without cinnamon. Right? Am I right? Cooking with crusty. Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to use that publicly, Kat. No. Don't think I'll use that publicly. Oh, it's still runny. B, look at that. Do you think that's too runny? Why is it not getting thicker? Hey, don't laugh at Kat's comment. Who's been putting laughy things on her comments? Don't encourage my family. Why do you think I moved to Japan? I said to Daniel the reason was because I was on a beach in Italy, and I decided to go just because I'd take a chance. But no, I was trying to get away from my family, who are really mean to me all the time. Me? More time. I've also put more sugar in. I don't know. I felt that was the right thing to do because there was a lot of orange juice. Do you realise I've used nearly a whole bag of sugar for this recipe? I think might be an accident somewhere. Clive Googe. Good heavens. I have not seen Clive Googe since I left Wilburton probably. So that would be, bloody hell, about 28 years ago. Good heavens. Yeah, but aren't you coming home to your wonderful family soon? 100%. Unfortunately, I can't get an aeroplane. No, well, I was meant to be coming for George's wedding, wasn't I? But yeah, coronavirus put paid to that. So I have a voice awards ceremony in September. They've moved it from May to September, so it's possible I'll come back in September if everything's better, and then I'll come back for the awards ceremony and do that. Oh, really? Bronwyn, you don't think a glaze should thicken? Ah! Then really all I've done is made runny sugar. Ah, do you think? I'm not gonna put any more. Now it's just gonna taste like sugar, and there's not gonna be any orange flavour. Oh well. Maybe there's still some orange on the spatula. Nope. Flights are harder to find than a corona test. I know. Well, I've got a flight to New Zealand booked and paid for, but I can't go on that one. So if anyone knows anyone who wants to go back to New Zealand, let me know. I might be able to transfer my flight to you because I can't go. But no, I won't be going until September, B, I reckon. Oh my God, this is just like sugar. This is pure sugar. Wow. I'm gonna heat it a little bit longer because I can still hear the sugar scratching on the bottom. You want it to lay on, hello April, at last. You want it to lay on what you are putting it on. Add orange juice. The orange juice has already gone on there. You can do lemon. I always do lemon glazes. What, with an orange cake? I won't be doing that, sorry. I'm doing orange. And everybody knows with orange cake, you need an orange glaze. The song, Oranges and Lemons? No. They didn't go together. Do you remember that song? Oranges and lemons, said the bells of St. Clemens. I owe you 5 farthing, said the bells of St. Martin. When will I die? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Here comes a chopper to chop off your head. And then we chop people's heads off. That was the game of oranges and lemons. So I don't put oranges and lemons together for some reason. Anyway, but thank you, April. I do have lemons. Yes, I do. Christ, that song. What, did you have that as well, Pablo? Do you remember that? I did a play about the plague that featured that song, right? Oh no, plague, yes. Oh, Aziz, talking of plagues. Sorry, mate. Yeah, it's the plague song, isn't it? Ring a ring of roses, a pocket full of posies. That was the other one, wasn't it, about the plague? God. Bit gross, isn't it? Never mind. As is, you'll hate this, darling. It's not up your street at all. It's just an old British lady cooking. It's like watching your mum, really, isn't it? Yes. But why are you excited, Hannah? As is, late. There we go. I think that's looking all right now. It looks like it's really sugary, actually. Yeah, really sugary. And there's a ton of sugar. Oh no! Whoops-a-daisy. There's a lot of sugar. I've lost a bet. Hi, JJ. I had a cigarette near your house, JJ, the other day. I did put it in the rubbish though. I didn't realise it was your house until I was just passing. I've lost a bet once and had to walk around the cemetery for 30 minutes while listening to this. Did they used to have CD players in them days, Pablo? Or was it a mini disc player? Oh, Jeremy, hello. Yeah, the plague songs. Love them. Love them. I remember the cemetery. When I was 10, 11, 12, we'd go to discos run by the Young Farmers Club. All the hip farmers. They'd run the discos. Have to sign off. Love you. Enjoy your cakes. Thank you, Hannah. Lovely. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. Been super. I'll put a photo of it, of the finished products, with the cinnamon and without the cinnamon, in the doodah, in the event thing. Oh God, I'm stumbling now. So yeah, we'd have discos at the Young Farmers Club at the Arkansas Centre, and then the cemetery was next door. So us young people would go to the cemetery next door, and we'd all snog. We'd take our the boy or the girl that we were getting off with, and you'd hold hands and you'd take them. You say, "Do you want to go to the graveyard?" The boy would say that. The girl would never say that. And then we go to the graveyard, and then we just snog badly, leaning up against the church or something, and that would be it. You just snog and then you go back in. It was ridiculous, but you know, it's what you do growing up, isn't it? Really. And then of course that progressed to drinking alcohol in there, and smoking cigarettes, and just hanging out with the dead and what have you. Rah skirts. Yeah, well, that was pre-cemetery days, Karen. Hi, Leon. Haven't seen you or heard from you for ages. I hope you're safe and well. I did Romeo and Juliet with Leon many moons ago. He was a Capulet and I was Lady Montague. But I was also the apothecary, which was one of my favourite roles because I got to have a hunchback and oh yeah, it's so much fun. And he was very helpful actually. He helped me on the platform. I was on a spinny platform that we had to spin round. And Leon was lovely actually. He'd help me on the platform, and then because I had a funny back at the time, and then they'd spin the platform round, and then Romeo would knock, and I'd say, "Who calls so loud?" like that, and then I'd start the scene with Romeo. But yeah, I remember Leon was very kind, so thank you. Didn't really see him much after that. Yeah. Can't wait to see. I'm sure you can wait to see, Hannah. Right. Well, that's it. That's everything really. Let me show you my working space. That's the mess of my working space. Yeah. That's the flour that has not been used. I don't know why. Off to dinner. Enjoy your dinner, Jeremy. I should be too. This was only meant to take an hour. But it's taken me an hour to prepare. Yeah. So that's it really. Kitanai. We should do coffee sometime. Not that we can, Pablo. Not that we can. Are you going to sing now to entertain us? Karen, you've never liked my singing. You've never liked my singing, darling. Why would I sing now? Why would I sing now? What do you want me to sing, love? Nothing? Oh, never mind. I could play the recorder for you. If only it was in arm's reach. How's my glaze? I think it's going to work, Bronwyn. The glaze is a go, for sure. It's doing all right, so I accept it. It's not the best, but well, I'm not going to be eating all the cake, am I? Surprise me. Okay. Ring a roses, a pocket full of posies, a tissue. We all fall down. There you go, Karen, just for you. Hey, my recorder is not painful. I'll let you know it's made a comeback. Yes, it's made a comeback. And now it's made a comeback through the nose, which I think, Bronwyn, you were there, weren't you? When I did that. That would have been the love edition of Perfect Liars. I tell you what, I could finish with a story actually, and then you can all go. Because there's it's another 35 minutes for the cake to bake. So, yeah. So you probably won't want to stick around for that. Hi, Jun. Yes. What's yes for, B? Bronwyn? Talk to me, Bronwyn. What does yes mean? Tell me. What does yes mean? What does yes mean? What does it mean? You have to tell me. Oh. What does it mean? No, you have to tell me. As in, you want the story? What do you want? What do you want from me, please? Because I am not a singer. There we go. There we go. Super. Right. I'll tell a story. Okay. Oh, let's try what about a goat. I did wolves last week. No, I did goats last time. The sound was like you've just killed someone out of the frame. Well, Pablo, I did have 6 housemates. I now only have 5. And I have no guilt or shame about that. A story about a goat. Why is so many people talking about goats for the past couple of weeks? Very strange. A goat or a ghost. No, that says goat. Okay. Okay. An annoying housemate. That's what I thought. Yep. Well, more than annoying, really. Anyway, let's not put a downer on these things. Let's get back to some fun. Let me tell you a story not about a goat. Give me something else, B. Give me something else, not a goat. What is the one thing that you wish you could do but you can't these days? What is the one thing you wish you could do but you can't these days? An activity. What's the one activity you wish you could do but you can't? And don't say sex, Bronwyn. What is the one thing? Anything? Does anyone want to do anything? But they can't. Go to the gym. Yeah. I know you need to go to the gym, Karen. I've seen your photos, darling. She's family, by the way. She's family. Doesn't count. Right. Go to the gym, have sex, see my sister and give her a huge hug. Okay. Right. Well, let me tell you a story about that. Okay. I was standing in line, waiting at the airport check-in, and it was my turn. My turn was coming up. I'm a little bit of a nervous flyer, but I thought to myself, I can do it this time. I can do it. I wanted to go and see my sister. Haven't seen my sister for about 6 years now. So the idea was I would go and take a flight and see my sister, spend some time with her, and reconnect, and then be on my way, type thing. 2-week holiday. I've never actually left. I've never actually left England before on holiday, but I thought it was important to go and see my sister because I haven't seen her for 6 years. So I was waiting in line at the aeroplane queue place, and I was thinking about my sister, Karen, my sister Karen. I mean, we left the last thing that she said to me was, I never want to see you again. That's the last thing she said to me. So it's taken me a little bit of a while to pluck up the courage to buy the ticket to go and see her. In fact, it's taken me 6 years, but I've already told you that, so it doesn't matter. So it took me 6 years to pluck up the courage. Oh, and the ticket, I got a really good deal on it. It was only 1,200 English pounds. Yeah, 1,200 English pounds, which isn't too bad a price to pay for love. I read an article, you see, about forgiving family members, and so you can't put a price on forgiveness, can you? Really? No. Well, I hope she forgives me. Anyway, but she said she never wanted to see me again. So it took me a while. Anyway, I'm standing there in the queue waiting to check in, and I get a little tap tap on the shoulder. Somebody tapped me on the shoulder. It was a man, and he was wearing a uniform. And the man in the uniform, he said to me, "Excuse me, madam, you need to come with me." And I said, "I don't think so. I'm flying Virgin, so unless you work for Virgin, I need to stay in this queue." Because he worked for something, the airline called Security. So I've never flown before. I've never heard of Security, but I'm Virgin. Well, I'm not a virgin, but he didn't need to know that. I was flying Virgin. First flight ever. Anyway, so the man that worked for Security came, and he tapped me on the shoulder, tapped me on my right shoulder, said, "You need to come with me." Anyway, I said, "No, I'm flying with Virgin." And he said, "No, I don't think you understand, madam. You need to come with me." Well, what am I to do? Because I don't know the rules of the airport. So I was just like, well, okay. And he said, "You can bring your bags and everything with you. We need to have a little word with you over here." And he took me into this room, and like he used a card to get into the door, and he pressed the card on the door, and the doors opened. It was like he was on what's that program? The Star Trek Enterprise. It was really modern. You just pressed it, and they opened. Anyway, he took my suitcase for me, because I said to him, "Come on, I'm struggling here with these 2 suitcases." And he took one of my suitcases, and off we went. And I went in the Star Trek doors, and anyway, there was 4 people all working for this Security airline, and they sat there. And they just watched me go past, all 4 of them. I felt like I was a cow at one of the farm shows that I went to. Yeah, and not the winning cow either. The cow that people judge. So anyway, so I walked past, and I really wanted to give them a roar, but I don't know them, and my mum always said, be polite to everybody, because you never know when you're going to need them. So anyway, the guy that worked for Security company, he took me further past these 4 people, and then took me into another room, and he opened the door, but it wasn't a Star Trek door. It was one with a handle. It was a handle that went up and down. So he goes through this door and takes me through there. And there's 3 chairs. He says, "Can you sit down on a chair?" So I sit down on a chair, don't I? Because he asked me to. Anyway, so I sat down on a chair, and he said, "Is your sister called Karen?" And I said, "Well, yes, one of them is Karen." And he said, "Is your sister called Karen Bates?" I said, "Yes, because that's my sister and that's my name. I'm Chris Bates and she's Karen Bates, and we're sisters, so we have the same surname because our fathers are the same and our mothers are the same, because that's how family works, isn't it? Yeah, for us anyway." So anyway, I said, "Yes, she is." And he said, "Well, I've got some news for you." I was like, "Yes." Now, inside, I was feeling a little bit tickety-boo, non-tickety-boo, like not tickety-boo, tickety-boo, no, tickety-boo inside. Because I just thought, when somebody says to you, "I've got some news for you," what do you automatically think of? You automatically think of the worst, don't you? Always think of the worst. And of course, as soon as I hear the words, I've got some news for you, inside I'm thinking, oh, it reminds me of the time when the farm flooded, like 2 years ago. Not feeling tickety-boo, when my husband came to me and said, Chris, I've got some news for you. That was one thing. It reminded me of that. It reminded me of the time when the Vicar Godfrey, came up to me and said, I've got some news for you. And he'd taken me off of the choir. He'd take me off of the choir. So you can imagine the stress, the PTSD they call it. PTSD, the stress of the memory. Yeah, flooded farm, you're off of the choir. So I was not tickety-boo. Anyway, he says, he said, your sister. And then he turned, and he went to the other door at the back of the room, the door with, it was a round knob handle. He went there and he turned it. He said, this is your sister. Lo and behold, I pig shit you not. In walks, bold as brass, my sister. My sister Karen. My sister Karen, the one that said she never wanted to see me again. And what is on her wrists? Yeah, handcuffs. Yeah, handcuffs. She's the bad apple now, isn't she? Not me. She's the bad apple. And I said, what is the meaning of this? And he said, we've had to arrest your sister. And I said, but how did you know I was here? And he said, well, we didn't. But when we arrested your sister coming off of the plane from America, and for drug trafficking, of all things, she was carrying a medication that she shouldn't be carrying. She said, that's my sister over there. And she pointed at you, madam. Now, I don't know how she saw me, because they have glass windows in the way. So I have no idea how people can see through those, because they're, well, nobody does, really. Anyway, sat down, sister's there. And do you know what? I was really annoyed. I was not tickety-boo inside, because, well, I felt I'd wasted 1,200 English pounds on a flight ticket, and there was my sister. And she cheated me out of a holiday. So I was not very happy. Anyway, it turns out that the drugs were not really illegal, but they'd made an error. Basically, she put them in the wrong packet and stuff. Anyway, so I missed out on my holiday, but my sister came back to the farm with me and my husband, and I set her to work. I set her to work on the farm. Cathartic, that's what I said it was. I said it was cathartic. So, but we made up now. Yeah, we've made up now. And the one thing we used to love to do together was cross-stitch. That was one thing we loved. Wasn't much we liked to do together. And the other thing was cakes. Yeah, eating and baking. So we baked a cake together. And that was it, really. Anyway, she's gone now. But I just thought I'd tell you about a really bizarre incident that happened at the airport when I went to see my sister. Yeah, and that was it. I guess as soon as she left, it meant I could have sex with my husband again. I didn't feel right having sex with her in the house, you know. Not since she ran off with my first husband, and yeah, and my husband is technically her second husband. But there we are, you know, sibling rivalry and problems and stuff. But we ate cake, we made cake, and then she left, and I said I'd see her again sometime. Anyway, that's my story. Yeah, that's it. That's my story. There you go, B. I rambled on there for ages. Right, I've got 20 minutes or so until the cake is finished. So I probably think it's a good idea. I can leave this on and to nothing, and you can just watch the cake go round and round if you want. Hey, Kaz, you have lost me. I know, I've lost you, darling. I really have. Here is the cake going round and round. Who's your sister, Karen Bates? Karen, darling, my cousin Karen is private messaging me now because she's too embarrassed that she doesn't understand the story. Karen Bates is a made-up character, and that story I just told was made up. Yeah. The other thing everyone should know is that my family don't know what I do. So this is all new to them. And they're like, what? She's just said to me, who's your husband? It's my husband in the story, Karen. And I don't live on a farm in Japan. Oh my God. Save me from my family, please. Yes. Anyway. There we go. Does anyone want to stick around for 20 minutes? If you want to stick around for 20 minutes, let me know and I'll keep it on. If not, I'll turn it off. I don't know if you want to stick around, B. The only reason I'm private messaging you, Karen, I am reading out your private messages as you send them to me. It's because my Wi-Fi has crashed. Oh, right. Oh, sorry. Okay. And then she sent a sticker, which I can't see. But never mind. Yeah. Funny. That's so funny. I need the vodka. Karen, it's about midday out there, isn't it? It's only about midday. I don't know. But by all means, have some vodka and then go visit your patients. Maybe the vodka remnants in your mouth will protect you from the virus. I don't know. I don't know. Right, there's 7 of you still online, so it's never a bad time for vodka. Pablo, the last time I did vodka with you, young lady. That was a very interesting night. Thank you for the story. I have to prep for an 8 a.m. online lesson. Bloody hell, B. You're very welcome. Thank you for coming, B. And I hope you put a photo of your pancakes in the thread. And that's not a euphemism for your other pancakes, love. Your pancakes that you ate and cooked and ate. My internet is being dodgy. Yeah, mine was a bit today as well. Yeah. I don't care what time it is. I am sort of listening to you through my phone too. Ah, cute. Air kisses. See you, babe. See you, darling. Thank you for joining. Right. Guys, you're dropping off. Drop off. I don't want to say goodbye, but I'm going to have to say goodbye because I need to tidy this up and literally there's another 20 minutes left of baking and all I can do is read you stories. But nah, I'm going to sit down and have a glass of wine and a cigarette and maybe think about food and stuff. Anyway, so if you came, thank you very much. If you didn't come, then it's okay. I understand. Take care. Be safe, be well. Next week I will be joined by somebody who's much more organised than I, which means I can mess around a lot more. I'm going to be doing a Zoom with a professional baker, not this baker. So similar time, either 5:30 to 6:30 or 6:30 to 7:30. And if you have any recipe requests, then let me know. But keep the cooking time down, yeah? And that is it. I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you very much. Mwah. Take care. Stay safe and well. Au revoir. Good night.